Hey guys, what's up? It's your pal, Steve Witchell, founder of Cover Band Central. It is Tuesday, September 12th, 2023. I'm coming to you live from New Orleans at 5:35 p.m. Central Time. It's not that time equivalent in your time zone. You're watching a replay, but just as good, you can comment on that and take all the actions that you would take if you were watching live. I'm here to talk about a couple things. Get them to the show. I've been talking about it for a couple of weeks. That is the ebook that I put out, which helps you grow your audience online and gets more people to come see you play live and ultimately makes you more money, which is what we all want, isn't it? The ebook is available. The link is in the description. I'm just saying this first so you guys can, if you want to just jump ahead and get it and not listen to my whole spiel here and see my demonstration, which is going to be really cool. I'm going to show you a little behind the scenes of numbers on for the Cover Band Central page, and it's going to blow your mind. It blows my mind. I can't even really fathom it, but I'm going to show you guys what it looks like and what kind of numbers we're talking about here, and how that is going to how that can help you, showing you what I've done and showing you how I can help you. I'm also offering one-on-one coaching. There's a link for the description for that too, and that's if you need your handheld, if you need somebody to walk you through and focus on your specific issues, and so you can ask questions, and so we can come up with a game plan for you to build your audience online, get more people to your shows. But I also want to offer that anything that you need help with regarding your band, whether it's putting together a good set list, knowing how to negotiate for more money, finding the right places to play, finding the right people for your band, whatever it is, whatever issues you have, I know I can help you with that. So that the coaching is there for that too. So the link is there for that. I'm going to get to comments. Come on in and say hello. If you're here watching live, come on and say hello. Tell me where you're from, and I will say hello back. Like Jackie, Stephen Pickford did. I think that's two people. What's up? They have, what is that? Deer. Is that real deer in their picture? It's pretty cool. Anybody else, come on in and say hello. But I want to show you this. I've been working on Cover Band Central for 10 years now, and built it. Started with the group on Facebook, and then went to the page. Did the page after that, several months after that, and the page is the one that's really grown into crazy numbers. 788,000 people, I think now. We just got like 7 or 8 thousand in the last 2 or 3 days new followers, and it's just because of the new strategy I've employed with the page. And I've gone through many iterations of this. I've a lot of trial and error, a lot of mistakes made, a lot of learning, a lot of struggles, a lot of aggravation, and I want to save you guys all of that, so you don't have to make those same mistakes and have to go through all that aggravation. I've done it, so I want to show you what I've done. And there's nobody else out there doing that for you, especially for musicians. And I know it's hard for musicians to navigate all of social media. There's so much to know and there's so much to do. But I'm telling you, it's not really difficult. You don't really have to know a lot about marketing. You don't really have to know much of anything. You just have to know the right things to do and to do them. And I put that all in the ebook. But again, if you need personalized help, the one-on-one coaching is there for you. Mark is in Los Angeles. What's up, Mark? Good to see you. So I'm going to show you a little behind the scenes, and again, this is going to be kind of mind blowing for you, and it is for me too. And what I'm going to show you is the numbers that we get for the Cover Band Central page, what kind of reach we're getting, um, and the way the audience is growing. And I just told you what those numbers are, but I want to actually show you. Jackie's in Toronto. Jackie and Steven, I think, in Toronto. So here we go. There's a thing on Facebook here called um, Business Suite. It's Meta Business Suite because Facebook is now Meta. Meta is the parent company. So what I'm showing you here, hang on. I'm going to get rid of this. That there doesn't need to be there. Okay, and you can still see me in the corner. Good. All right. So this is, if you look at the top right here, the last 28 days, August 15th, 2023 to September 11th, which was yesterday, 2023. This is the overview And again, this is Business Suite. So if you have a page on Facebook, you have Business Suite, and this Business Suite gives you all this good information here where you can see what's doing well and improve on it, make tweaks on it. Really check at your posts and your activity and see what's working. So I'm gonna kind of walk you through this a little bit. But here you see at the top this number reached, and this is the last 28 days, 15th to the 11th, August 15th to September 11th. My Facebook reach for the Cover Band Central page is 98,317,214, which means that 98,317,214 people have seen a post that I put up on the page. It's come across their newsfeed on their phone or on their desktop. 98 million, almost 100 million people. Now, that number is insane. I can't even fathom that many people, but that is the truth. It's here in black and white. The Instagram reach is 2,500. Instagram, I barely ever post anything, but I've been lately just posting one a day on there. So I don't focus on Instagram right now. That's something that I'm working on, really building up Instagram. But Instagram, we still have 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, or no, it's more than that followers. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's a pretty good amount of people on Instagram. And you'll see here paid reach zero. Why? Because I'm not spending any money on ads. You don't need to. If you want to reach people and you want to grow your audience and get people to your shows and all that, you don't need to spend money on ads. You need to know how to grow your page organically. Now, if this isn't proof enough for you, let's tool around here and see what's going on. All right, so let's look at audience here. Now, this is a great tool because it shows you, like I said, 788,000 followers, and it shows you, your demographics, your age, and your gender, which really helps a lot when you're marketing your band. If you want to know, are guys digging us, are girls digging us more? What age group is coming to see us? What age group is responding? And people talk about Facebook and say, there's not a lot of younger folks on, but these numbers are will tell a different story. Now it's interesting to see the gender is pretty evenly split. Women 49.9%, men 50.1%. So it's pretty even between men and women who follow Cover Band Central. Now, and the age group here, obviously, now the larger amount of people is between 45 and 64. That's the bigger numbers. But you still have pretty big numbers 35, 44, 25, 34, and even 18 to 24, and then 65 over. So it really runs the gamut here. So there are people that are young that are using Facebook. There are people that are old that are using Facebook. It tells you, all sorts of other information here. Um, you can look at, your content. What's doing well. Which posts are doing well, and you can actually see again a lot of demographic here, numbers, what posts are doing well. Let's see, did I go to results yet? No, I don't think so. But here, yeah, I mean, this just shows you this number is just absolutely ridiculous. 98 million people. How many people are visiting the page? And this is people that see posts, so they don't even have to go to my page to see the posts. And this number is way bigger than this number, but this number is people who actually visit the page. 455,000, so almost a half a million people. And again, this is just for a time period of 28 days. So in the last 28 days, almost a half a million people visited the page. Just went to the page. And this number, and I just changed things recently about how I'm doing things. And you see how this graph shows you, each day how many visits. And look at this, boom, this went way up in the last couple of days because of the things I've changed. And then again, new likes and followers. Again, in the last 28 days, 27,000 new followers in the last 28 days, which is insane. And it shows you the percentage. And then again, ads, paid reach, paid impressions, 0% because I'm not spending money on ads. I'm doing this all organically, and you can do it too, folks. This is not difficult. Um, this works at any level. And I'm not saying that you're going to get 98 million people or, in 28 days if you employ this system and use these tactics, but you're going to see an increase. You're going to see your numbers jump. If you just do the same stupid things that I'm doing, and they really are stupid things, they're stupid easy, is what I should say. If you do those things, you're going to see your numbers jump. And you don't have to go through and make all the mistakes I made. You don't have to go through all the learning that I had to do over years and years of researching, of testing, of all this stuff. Um, you can do it just by reading the ebook and or by working with me one-on-one coaching. I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to work with you with whatever you need. But this is my big thing that I'm doing because obviously those numbers are huge, and this is something I want to show people how to do. So, again, the links are in the description for these things, for the ebook, the description of this video, for the ebook, and for the coaching. I really highly encourage you to check it out. At very least, get the ebook, money back guarantee on the ebook. It's only $10. Um, 60 days, go through that stuff, do those things. If it doesn't work for you and you did those things, then you can have your money back. I'm happy to do that, but you have to do those things. But you have 2 months, you have 60 days to do it, and it's only $10. Really well worth it. What instrument do I play? I'm a bass player primarily. I play in New Orleans on Bourbon Street regularly. I've been here for 13 years now and been playing full time most of the time. Right now, I'm just playing on Friday and Saturdays. But bass is my primary instrument. I sing quite a bit too, and I can play guitar. I can play keyboards. That's about it. I've wanted to learn how to play saxophone, and someday I will. Um, uh, Mark said, I got your book years ago. It works. Or just make the donation for enjoying this page. Thanks, Mark. That's really nice of you to say. And the book that I wrote years ago was different, Mark, than the one that's out now. So I would, if 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 you like that book, this one has a lot more information in it, and it's different. So I would encourage you to get it too. Um, Darren said from Colorado Springs. He said, as a fan and a drummer, how can you get a great band to your local venue? Gunshine, Lynch Mob, etc. Lynch Mob. I mean, they're a national band. So if you wanted as a fan and a drummer, I mean, you obviously need to be associated with the venue itself if you want to book a band there, or know somebody who does the booking, and then they would need to contact the agent or manager of the band for a national act like Lynch Mob. I'm pretty sure George Lynch is out on tour now. I don't think he's touring with George Lynch or with Lynch Mob, but I've seen pictures recently of him live. I don't know who Gunshine is. Um, so how can you get a great band at a local venue? I mean, you can, yeah, talk to the venues and say, hey, man, I'd try to get in touch with somebody who books bands, or try to get in touch with the artist. And people are accessible nowadays online, either through email or social media, and just reach out to the bands and say, hey, we'd love to have you here in Colorado Springs. There's a big fan base for your band, and it'd be great to have you here. So I hope that answers your question, if I was understanding your question right. Um, okay. No other questions, no other comments here. again, though, this stuff, guys, it's really super important. If you're playing out there, if you have a band, you're active, you're out playing gigs, or if you're a solo artist, a duo, whatever like that, and you're active playing gigs, building your online following is essential. It's not going to change. It's not going to go away. It's just going to get bigger. It may be in different forms, but Facebook's not going away. Facebook is still the number one social media site on the internet. 3 billion users. That's a billion with a B. And Instagram has a 1 billion, and they're both owned by the same company. So that's really not going anywhere. You need to build your following. It helps you with engagement. It helps you with getting people to see you play. It helps you with getting shows, with booking gigs. If a manager, club owner, somebody who wants to book your band or looks to book bands sees your social media activity, sees your Facebook page, sees you have a lot of followers and a lot of engagement and a lot of content, they are way more likely to book you because they're way more thinking that you're going to bring people to the venue. And sometimes you're playing places where you don't need to do that, but sometimes you are. And having an online presence with a big following, with an active following, is essential. I mean, this I can't say it any other way. Jody said, "Do I prefer digital or analog for live shows? Digital or analog what? Boards, like soundboards? I don't know what you mean by that. Um, yeah, or recording shows? Maybe you mean for digital or analog? Maybe that's what you mean. Mixers. Okay. I've been in bands where we used either one, both, or not both at the same time, but either one. And I don't have a personal preference because I don't really do it. I'm not the one that's in charge of the mixing board or the sound. But there's, there's schools of thought on each one. Digital, the advantage of digital, the big one is that you can save your settings, so you can, sound check a band. Say you have a house gig, you sound check a band, tweak everything in right, and then you could save those settings. And then the next time the band's there, you could just hit a button and it goes right back to all those settings. Um, the way the properties of sound are, you still probably need to tweak things after, even if you put in your saved settings, because sound is just moody. You can have the same exact settings, same exact amps, people, everything from one night to the next, and it's going to sound a little different. It's just the way it is. But that's a big advantage for mixers. I don't think, I don't know that there's really much of a difference in the quality of sound between mixers and between analog and digital mixers. But again, I don't really know enough about it to give you a good answer for that. So, but yeah, I mean, if it were up to me, if I was just doing it right now, and I was in a band, and we needed to provide all our sound, I would get a digital mixer for sure. They're modern, they're state of the art. There's a lot more options with them, and again, the saving of settings is a huge benefit. So if that's what you're thinking about, like purchasing a mixer for your band to do your sound, invest in digital. Sure. I mean, you can get a cheap ones for analog ones, used ones if you want, if you're just starting up. But yeah, digital is probably the way to go. All right. Um, all right. So I don't have a whole lot more to tell you about today, but I hope that you get the idea here. The numbers, again, they don't lie. I'm going to show them to you real quick again, just so you can see that's real. I'm not making anything up here. And I really want to teach people. Whoopsie, hang on. I really want to teach people that what to do and that you can do this. You're not going to get 98 million followers or 98 million post reach, but you're going to get more for whatever it is you're doing if you follow the simple stuff that I put in the ebook. And again, if you want some help, personalized help, because everybody has their unique problems, their unique situations, their unique challenges, and you need somebody to talk to and ask questions, then this is here for you. I'm offering it for you. All you got to do is click the link in the description, sign up for it, schedule a time. I gave lots of opportunities for different times during the day, because I know people work, so it can fit into your schedule. And if there's something that's there that doesn't fit into your schedule, we can work it out. We'll figure it out. Um, uh, so let's. I don't want to ignore Darren here. He said the reason I asked the question is that our local bands are amazing. To open for a more well-known band enhances the crowd and recognition of local talent. Yeah, certainly. When I was a kid, first starting out, I was 18, 19 years old. I was living in New Jersey, in North Jersey, and I had the opportunity to open for a bunch of national acts, and I had nothing to do with it. It was, the club booked the band, and we were a pretty. I was in two different original bands that were pretty good, and we were, we had a good following, and we landed ourselves some good opening slots for Skid Row. Man of War was one, TNT was another, and a bunch of other ones. We actually had an opening slot for Guns N' Roses in 1987 when Appetite for Destruction first came out, and it was a club in North Jersey. It was Guns N' Roses Easy O, which is a Japanese metal band, and our band. And then the day of the show, Guns N' Roses canceled, and they said that uh, Axl's voice was not well or something. And they played the next night in New York City at the Ritz, and that was the first time they played at the Ritz. And I went with my singer, and they were amazing. And his voice was fine. So I think they probably just canceled because it was a club in New Jersey. But it was jam packed, even though Guns wasn't there, and it was a great show for us. So you know, do what you can, Darren. Talk to venues, talk to bands, try to reach out to other national acts and see if they can come on through to Colorado Springs. All right, guys, I've been talking long enough. Get yourself the ebook at the very least. Get the ebook. Link is in the description. But if you need help one-on-one, coaching is available. And as always, I appreciate you guys for being a part of Cover Band Central. It's an amazing thing to me. It just keeps on going and keeps on building and growing.